don't want to do this.
No.
Just finding the hole.
Just finding the hole. I can't find it.
It's kind of weird demodifying your car, isn't it?
I've never hired a car in my life. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Vera is off the ground, and as the title suggests, we've got some TLC to do on this car. We've got 4 new springs to fit. So, seen this car before on the channel. It's lowered 60mm. I love how it looks, but it hasn't got the Volvo feel for me, and I want to use it more as the Volvo intended. So it's getting hired back up to original springs. So we've got a set of OEM KYB kind of style springs, so to put it at the correct ride height, all brand new. When I sold it to James, he was going to hire it up, so they came with the car when I bought it back. We've got a track rod end to do, and we've got some nice Quinton Hazel track rod ends. Got a pair, we're going to do both. And Matt's just whipped around taking all the centre caps off. The car is fully off the ground. And following on from the previous video with MOT repairs, these are some of my MOT fixes. Yeah. Should we point out the first one we've already fixed?
You can do, yeah. Yeah.
So, down in the engine bay, if you've seen the previous video, you'll know that my battery was not secure. So this tie down wasn't even attached to the battery. And now it's nice and solid. So that is one thing off the list. What are we going to tackle first?
I've already put that fuel line back in its clip as well.
Oh yeah, so that just came a bit dislodged. So that's all followed along nicely down there.
Just down there, that one it was.
So it was just come out of his little plastic liner there.
That's all.
That's done. So while it's up on the stands, the engine's still warm. We're going to drop the oil as well, so that can be dripping out. But this isn't an MOT fail. This is just something we want to do. So while it's off the ground, we're going to change the springs out. Then we can get on with the MOT work, which is the track rod ends. And then we've got oil and filter to do.
It's kind of weird demodifying your car, isn't it?
I've never hired a car in my life.
It's weird, isn't it?
I don't want to do this.
No.
But for the greater good of the Volvo, for the usability of the Volvo.
Yeah, practicality.
Yeah, it's a workhorse. It's a tool over a car, really, this thing. As much as I love it, it needs to be right. So we're going to stick you on quite a bit of time lapse this video, guys. This is not a how-to video. This is us getting some MOT jobs done, hiring the car back up so we can move some cars.
Yep.
And just general TLC like a service and stuff like that. So got a genuine Volvo oil filter, some fresh oil, we'll swap that out. I'll bring you in for bits and bobs, but me and Matt are just going to smash this out of the park. Time is of the essence, isn't it?
It is. Let's go.
So let's go. Just checking for some play.
Yes, we can feel a bit of play in this track right now. Now we've got it actually jacked up off the floor.
Yeah.
So 10 and 2. Left and right, I can just feel that play there, if you can see that.
Yeah, you can see the wheel. If you could
just wiggling it there.
Yeah, you can't really see on camera, but you can hear it moving on the joint.
If I turn the steering,
so
we can just look at that track rod just there.
I'm trying to film it.
See it? See how it wiggles?
Yeah, I think you can just pick it up on camera, guys.
See it?
Yeah.
So all it is you've got, if you imagine my arm as the pin.
Yeah.
And my fist is the ball into the cup, and all it is the ball and the cup is worn, and it's just the play in that ball and the cup basically.
Yeah. Got a new part.
There you go.
So car is off the ground. All 4 wheels are off. Well, one wheel's not, that because of not very level in here. Wheels are under the car, it's a good tip as well, in case anything goes. We have got axle stands as well. We're going to tackle this side. This is the worst track rod end. Obviously it's the one that's got the most play, and then obviously we're going to get these springs out. So these springs are actually in really good shape because they're not old, but they're just lowered. So cool. Let's get going.
Hurry up.
How you doing there, Matt?
Frustrating when you use the wrong size nuts and
So
stuff.
you can see the nuts on the bottom there are loose. Trap rod end's coming off.
Big hammer time.
Big hammer. No fire yet, but big hammer.
Yeah, so all I'm going to do is try and
just break the joint.
Strike it just there, leave the nut on.
Yeah.
I mean, we're changing this anyway, so it doesn't matter if we damage it.
No, we've got brand new ones.
What I really like to do before I do that is try and crack this nut off.
Yep.
To try and just loosen it off, and also if you come to trap the car up as well,
you need them
it
movable.
helps the guy to adjust it.
Yep.
Right, I'm just going to give it a good whack. Let's see what happens.
The man holding the camera has his eyes closed.
Here we go.
There we go. It's popped. There you go. Joint's out.
That's how you
And
do
there
that.
she is. Meanwhile, I'm setting up my new swanky new oil pan, and I'm going to drop the oil. So I've already cracked it off. Let's get that there. Yep, no gloves on again. Always really prepared doing an oil change. But I shouldn't, in theory, drop. So here we go. Look at that.
Your bets.
Look at that, so much better. Oh yeah. Thanks, Matt. Cloth provided. Oh, that's well good, that. Just make sure the air's out of it and it's draining nicely, so we can leave that dripping away.
Very good. To get this off.
Also, oil's pretty good for your skin, so it keeps your hands all nice and moisturised, so nothing wrong with that, is there? So, yeah. Sorry, Mrs. S. What's that?
Crack this nut off here, because I can't, still can't get the rod end off until this is broken, but
yeah,
I'm not sure if it's a reverse thread or not. It's that tight going clockwise. So I'm not sure if it's a reverse thread on this one, which would be a bit weird if it was, but...
I don't think so, but yeah, a bit odd.
Yeah,
but
I'm just trying to tap it. I'm using an adjustable because...
we literally can't find the right
spanner.
spanner.
I've got a 21mm spanner.
So all of these tools, the workshop, but we can't find the spanner.
Yep, typical.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll just...
Right, so a bit of an update. We're bored, aren't we, Matt, of fighting this?
Yeah, this is really annoying.
Literally the first thing, this trap rod end, which is obviously very, very worn, needs to come off. It's just absolutely fighting us like a twat. So we've got board, we're leaving that to soak, we've got heat on it, and we're going to fit rear springs.
Yeah, we'll just swap ends.
Yeah, so we're going to go and play with there, because that's all that needs to be done at the back. Get that done, and in theory then wheels can go back on, and...
Carry it. Yeah,
just keep doing it. Yeah. Leave that soaking. So at the back, obviously got the rear axle with the springs in. These were just located in at the bottom, but we're going to try and get the original springs back in. So I don't know if I'll sell these springs. They're pretty much new, but I might lower it again one day.
Why?
Because. No, we'll get these out, get them out of the way. And good job, Bob. Stop looks good.
Yeah, tracker looks good.
Yep, no leaks. They're pretty new according to the previous owner. Well, previous owner.
I think that's going off one side.
How many Instagram reels and Facebook videos is there, Matt, of these going? People saying this is the most dangerous thing on a car.
Can be. Can be. Do we really know what we're doing?
Do we? Nah. There's your bloke.
Hammer.
Oh, hammer ready.
They are pretty sketchy, these things, but
It's getting it.
Probably going to be stuck now because where the threaded parts are hitting.
That's coming off top.
Anyway, is it stuck in at the top?
It's just a mount, I think, on top.
Yeah.
Is it? Not a bolt in the centre, is there?
There is a bolt in the centre, but that's never ever been off. Are they just that stuck on?
So on the driver's side, we've got the new spring all mounted up with the top mount. Luckily these are in really good condition, genuine Volvo as well. And then we've got this that goes up inside, and that's what secures it up to the top of the chassis rail. Matt's got the other side out.
Yep.
It was all good, nothing went wrong.
Not too bad really, no. It just under the bolt and it
fell out.
It just fell, yeah.
So these are the lowered springs. The only difference we can really see is when you put them together, there's not actually...
There's not a whole lot
No,
of difference.
so I'm hoping. But you can tell these are closer together, the coils, looking at it, and there's more bunched up at the bottom. So hopefully these will give our ride height that we desire now. Matt's happy about that.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
So get this mount in, new washer and everything, let's get going. Time for reinstall now.
This can be the tricky bit because...
Copper slip on the bolts, and then yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Time lapse though. Right, so there's one, all torqued up. Just check the Haynes manual, all torqued up properly. So it's only one bolt right at the top. And yeah, obviously once we all settle down, we'll see if the height's changed. From looking at them, I can't see it making much difference, but... Well, let's keep going. Look at the nice exhaust is actually shiny once it's not dirty. Right, over to the other side. We're filming a bit more. So what Matt's doing there is just the main top mount. It's just bolted up to the chassis rail up there. So I don't know how much of that you can see, but it's literally a single bolt that holds it in, and then it locks in on the mount down there. So yeah, quite easy to do, guys. So we're going to get this torqued up. Just finding the hole.
Just finding the hole. I can't find it. It ain't screwing in.
Where's that socket? We'll have to try and force it up a bit, I think.
So we did bring it over.
I just bring it up something. Oh, I got it here. I've got it here.
Let's get out there with it. So as you can see, guys, this is quite a fun job. I'm very thankful as well. The bottom mounts, the rubber mounts are really good, and the top ones are really good. So I believe they're obsolete from Volvo, from what I've seen on websites. So not the best if you need to find them. I understand why people go coilovers and stuff, because you replace all that then, but not for this car. OEM, apart from the turbo.
Yeah.
We don't need to tell them about the turbo. Right, so that's the rear of the car on the floor, the swanky new springs at the back. So yeah, obviously it's a bit on the tilt at the moment just because of the level of the ground. So just said to Matt, I can't drive it like this. That's ridiculous. But obviously the car is kind of on the tilt a little bit. This side, to be fair, even though it is on tilt, this is definitely higher than it was because you couldn't see the top of the tyre. So, oh no. What have we done, Matt?
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
It's too high up.
It'll be fine.
It's too high up. that needs to sort its life out down there. That's ridiculous. Right, so new genuine oil filter going on, just smeared around the edge, and there's a little bit in there, but obviously tilted on its side, so we'll fill it. There's a bit in there to kick us off. Let's get it in. Bit of time later, Matt.
Bit of time later, yeah.
We stopped and had some lunch. Strut is out. Big hole. And top mounts are all here. These, to be fair, the bearing on it, they could do with replacing really, but I believe these aren't available. Bottom mount's okay. But yeah, is what it is. Can't change it. But this is what I want to point your attention to. Look at that height difference. So, more to the point, we've now got to compress this one.
Yeah.
But that is madness, That's very, very low in comparison. The rears didn't look any different, although the rear has now settled a little bit. Now it's back down, and it does look like it's going to ride at quite a nice height. Obviously, we'll put it out in daylight and show you properly, but that's kind of, yeah, that's perfect for towing and stuff. But yeah, that is completely different, that. So we're going to gun this up. We'll get back to you in a bit. So just doing the top mounts up now. Obviously, we'll put these down. We're just nicking them up for now. And then we've got all the sketchy stuff to do again, haven't we, Matt?
Yep. All on the near side.
Last spring, but we still got the track rod end that's fighting us.
Yeah, that track rod end is just not wanting to come off at all.
No.
But yeah, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up.
We're fighters, aren't we, Matt?
Yeah.
Right, guys, so got the torch on it for you there. That's the original size spring in now. Everything's buttoned back up, so they're all torqued back up. Track rod end is still absolutely fused, so we're going to get a new steering arm because it's just going to get messy otherwise. So it needs to be done for the MOT, so we'll just have to run it for another few days while the part turns up. But we're back in on there now, which is good. It's all buttoned up, everything's torqued back up onto the other side. Track rod end's already undone on the other side, which is perfect. And yeah, move all these tools over to the other side.
5.
So Matt's just counting the turns there. So we're going to get a track rod on this side because this side's playing ball. New springs in as well, as you guys can probably see there. 13 turns. 13 so we can get it somewhere straight. And obviously changing suspension like that is going to need an alignment, so in theory.
That's it. It's like 13. Okay.
We're there.
I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself. Sorry.
So yeah, we got rid of one. This one wasn't really the problem, although no, that one's kind of okay. A bit notchy, but it's not bad. The other one's really quite bad, so we need to get that sorted out. So I think we're just gonna have to buy the bullet and buy an arm. This arm, to be fair, looks a lot cleaner than the other side. So it's had that replaced, I think.
Yeah, it's like the offside is the threads
completely
kind of gone. So
yeah.
we'll keep trying to get it, but that is just totally seized.
Yeah, got a little bit of time yet. This doesn't get used every single day, so it's not the end of the world. But. Yeah. Right, tighten everything up. Talk to spec. And then we're on the floor.
We're in test drive.
Yep. You're right there, Matt.
Knackered.
Right, so the car's back down on the ground. Everything's torqued up. It now looks like a monster truck, but I think it's going to be for the greater good. The back's had a bit more time to settle. Time to drive it, see how we get on. Yeah?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Bonnet down, oil's all topped up. The only thing we've not been able to do is that track rod end, but it's purely because that arm is so badly gone, so we'll crack on with that in a bit. Right, let's clean up. Right, so we're out on the test drive now. Obviously she makes the great sound. Yeah, what can I say? 6 hours work, Matt.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, it feels so different to drive this. Like, it was a bit bash when it hit like potholes just because it was 60 mil lower. Right now I feel like I'm floating. It honestly feels so different. It feels way more Volvo like. There's still like a crashing sound at the back, which we just think is a bush. But for towing, yeah. Just to put it out there, I don't hire cars up. For me, this is a weird thing to do. But this car, like mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's a tool. It's got to be more useful. and it just didn't feel Volvo-ish. Just driving the 340 for the short time we drove the 340, it was absolutely so different, and it's just the suspension's so much nicer. So I know we've got good shocks, so they're all good to go, but just having the correct springs, it's night and day. This it really is night and day. So now we can enjoy boosting, but just from a higher perspective. But we should be able to tow more things, Matt.
Yeah.
It means we can collect more beat boxes. You know what I mean by beat boxes. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. Massive thank you to Matt that's holding the camera. I genuinely don't think I would have had the energy.
Yeah.
that first shock on the front just took it out of us. So I didn't film too much. Filming taking springs apart is always a controversial thing anyway. I'm sure Matt will agree.
Yeah.
We used the spring compressors, we did it safely, we're out of the way of stuff, it's done. We're happy, no one got hurt, no cars got damaged. We are, yeah, we're not going to do a how-to because we're not doing that. But we fixed it. All we've got now is when I get to 6570, it's going to have that bit of a wheel wobble until I can get that track end sorted. But right now it feels so nice to drive, it really does. Massive thank you to everyone for watching this. Give this video a thumbs up, comment away if you've enjoyed a bit of Volvo maintenance. Apart from the track end, which I won't film doing because we stripped that, I won't do any more on this for this. Oil's changed, it's so nice having fresh oil. But yeah, remember to subscribe to the channel, check out our sponsors, everything's in the link description below. You can also become a member of the channel where you can see us do maybe more boosting. But this car is now ready to collect some more cars, and don't be wrong, there's some cars in the pipeline. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Catch you next one.